Hey everyone, it's the Crypto Diet coming with another video, and this time I'm going to talk about one of the easiest ways you can at the very minimum double your money, and that is actually through Enjin Coin. Enjin is one of the best projects going in crypto right now because of its NFTs craze, and it has one of those first mover advantages where it's actually one of the first coins, if not the first coin, to actually go through to the NFT market. So imagine you have a World of Warcraft or Dota 2 or League of Legends, really cool armor set. You can only use that in that game. And the company who owns the game or has created the game, so Blizzard, Valve, or Riot Games, who made those games, they can actually at any time shut down your account, ban your account, do all of these sorts of things. But what about if I told you there was a way that this was all going to come together and you could move all these items and cool loot into different games in the metaverse? This is actually what we're building up to, and Enjin is poised to be the so-called Bitcoin of the NFT gaming market. And this is a very, very easy, very safe way to double your money. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I like to look at coins compared to their ETH value. So all of these coins here are compared to their ETH value. And at the moment, we're going through a bit of a downtrend. So if a coin is doing really well at this moment, it's actually a really good sign that is very strong. That's actually one of the best things about when the market's down for the day or for the week. The coins that are really good are actually the coins that are just doing okay, because if they're doing okay in a bad time, imagine what they do in a good time. And that's exactly what Enjin is. So if I go look at Enjin, Enjin is ranked 66 in market cap. And again, you can see, look at the year to date, the 1 year, the 6 month, the 3 month, the 1 month, and the 7 days, all up compared to Ethereum. And everyone's having all these high price predictions for Ethereum that is at least going to double its market cap. But imagine if Ethereum's doubling its market cap, what it's going to go do a coin like Enjin that's already beating ETH by double digits and by a healthy 30 to 60% in about 1 to 3 months. Imagine what it's going to do in a full-on blow-off top bull market. This thing is going to explode. Now, Enjin is actually a NFT that's on the Ethereum network, and it says here, make it easy for individuals and businesses and brands to use non-fungible tokens to be directly to the NFT, and is minted with the Enjin ecosystem. So you're going to use your Enjin coin, you're going to buy these NFTs, and it's going to be stored on the Enjin ecosystem in a decentralized way. The other thing I like about Enjin is that they've actually got a lot of stories where they're actually getting funding. When these coins are getting millions of dollars in fundraising to support projects, this is a really good bullish prediction. That means it's going to do very, very well. So I'd keep an eye on this. When it comes to the fundamentals, I like to keep it pretty simple, but all you have to know is gaming and crypto are a match made in heaven. People who are into games love their games a lot, but a lot of the times they don't like the companies who made them for one reason or another. They also don't like the centralized nature of them with the high price subscriptions, loot, and all this sort of stuff. So all you need to know is NFTs and gaming are a really good match made in heaven, and Enjin Coin is poised to be the leader in that regard. And like I said, market cap is pretty high up on there, or low, depending on how you look at it, meaning that it still has a lot of room to grow. Now let's look at the graph. So this is the Enjin coin. We're comparing it to USD. Why USD is because we already can solidify that Enjin is great against its ETH value, right? This is our filter process. We've filtered it out, and we know that Enjin's one of the coins we want to take a deeper look with. I like to use it on the USD value because this is what you're actually going to be paying it with normally for most people is the US value. And it just helps provide a sort of an even playing field in terms of comparing all your other coins with. Because not all the other coins you can compare to their ETH value on a chart. Now we can see here, the white line is our 50-day moving average. We can see we sort of fell below it a few times, but otherwise, especially the last few days, we've had this massive run up. And this is why I say Enjin's a really good coin. Now you could just say, look at this, right? You could have bought in, say, April at the high, and you know what? We still haven't even broken past it. So if I have a look here, and I draw my horizontal line, which we've come back down from, but this is the major resistance. Once we pass this, we're actually clear skies ahead, and Enjin is going to pump. That doesn't make it a bad coin if it hasn't gone through its all-time high yet. Again, this is still pretty early days. NFT projects are pretty early on, but what you want to keep an eye on is that the project is growing. And when you see something like this happening, and if you watched a few of my videos, you would see once we have a big pump up like this, and we have a bit of a drop, but a bit of a consolidation, that's fine. What we don't want is we don't want it to come back down testing below that big pull up that we had. And like a lot of these coins, you can actually see a bit of a bull flag forming. So we'll probably hover around here for a while before we get the break with test, and then we're off. Now, some of the tools I like to use is I like to use my fib tool. I like to look at my major 50% from good old Michael Pizzino on YouTube. Hi there, Michael. Don't think you're watching this video, but if you are, one of the things that Michael always looks at is the 50% mark. And this is such an easy tool to use because all you're going to use is your fib tool, drag it from the top to the bottom and have a look at your major 50%. And you can see here, just this is how you know Enjin's a really good coin. Solana actually looks pretty similar to this, where you can see this is our major 50%. We don't really we're still pretty far away from testing our major 50%. It starts to come down. Now you can see at the moment, we've come back up and we'll probably hover around here for a little bit longer at the current price of about $2.88. In the midterm, in our 50% mark, we can see that Enjin is still came close to the 50% mark, but not quite there. So what that tells me is that if Enjin gets to this point, you really want to buy it. In our short term 50%, okay, you can see that we're actually below our 50%, and that's because so many things came crashing down. So if you're a very short-term trader, you might want to wait for the price just to hover a little bit above it, just to consolidate just a little bit more strongly. It looks like it's making its way now, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. But at the moment, this is a buy in the mid and long term. And when I always say this about cryptocurrency is that you want to hold your coins for at least 3 months. You might want to take a bit of profits here and there, but if you're really going to keep most of your position, I encourage you to keep most of your position for at least 3 months. That's the golden rule. We also have my yellow trend line here. This is another support area. So once we see it break this trend line, we might start to say to ourselves, okay, this is a bit dangerous. And you can see that trend line, if it came down, would test right on the 50-day moving average and test right on the 50% mark. So you start to see how these tools are coming together. You obviously know I'm a big fan of the advanced RSI that I have here. And you can see that with 30 mark on the 20th of September. And this is why I say to you, when the trend goes down, these are excellent buying opportunities, because when it hit 30 on the RSI, it is oversold, and that's a great buying opportunity. And you can see if you bought 30 in the RSI, you would have made 143% in about 2 months, right? So that's why I say to you, keep your coins for at least 3 months, because you'll really get a good idea and really realize really good profits by around the 3-month mark. In this case, it happened in 2. You probably have more run, and imagine Christmas, I expect this to get even more. At the moment, the RSI went a bit oversold with all the news about the metaverse stuff, but we've come back down. And for me, you know me, I like to, when it's a bull run, I like to wait for at least the RSI to hit at least 45 before I start to consider buying it. And that would take Enjin coin to about $2.49. So takeaway from the video today is Enjin coin is a beast. You really should think about adding this one into your portfolio. What I encourage you to do is to keep an eye on this coin and have your price prediction. I've used some of my tools. It's not financial advice, but just an idea that this should be one on your radar that you should be looking at into, especially with the metaverse stuff that's happening, all the gaming that just continues to grow year on year on year, more people playing video games than ever before, decentralized finance, you've got NFTs coming, and Enjin's going to be one of those investments that you could just say, you know what, I'll chuck a large bit of money on there and I'll just let it sit there for 3 months, a year, 2 years, and I'm just going to watch this thing balloon. Enjin can easily start making the top 20 in the rankings of these cryptocurrencies. And if it does, Enjin can easily get to above $15 in the long term. Not this bull run, but it could easily start making its way to probably, I would say, I could really see it going into the top 25 along with Axie Infinity and VeChain. So I hope this video helped. If it did, give me a shout out, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video.